off by saying congratulations. Obviously, this has been a long-awaited one. I was at the CBC launch when you first talked about it, so I'm glad to finally be here talking about it now that you've finished filming and you're doing post-production. So what has that been like kind of building up to this moment?
Oh, there you go.
No, you go.
No, you don't go all at once.
No, you go.
No, because I've talked about all that stuff already. I want to hear your perspective.
No, please.
Please.
Please. You go first.
Okay.
This is so Canadian.
Yeah. You're gonna stop
She's
it.
French. And now how come you get to be Canadian? So this is an interesting thing because kernel of an idea. Absence of an idea. Desire to do something constantly. I love making shows. I love producing shows. I love being in shows. I love making shows. I like acting in shows separately, but I really love this. And this is my company. It is, the people that I get to work with are the people that I asked to come do it and said yes. It's really special. Been dreaming of doing this for years. But what's the show? So you've got all the infrastructure, you've got all the people, you've got all the plans in the world, and you have the know-how and the ability to do it with the right team. No asshole policy. It is a workplace that you pride yourself in building and cultivating a workplace where everybody feels like they can go after what it is they're going after their best. Strive for that.
Yeah.
But do you have a show?
Yeah.
So you're striving for all these things, but the show's the thing. Without it, you got nothing, right? And so I'm co-producing Son of Critch with Project 10 and Mark Critch, of course. And you're getting to do that, but it's not and I love doing that. But I'm not creatively a part of that. That's Mark. Perry Chafe, Mark, Tim McAuliffe. They've got that handled. Excellent team of writers, directors. My bag is from a corporate production side. But I'm not fulfilled fully to do what it is I want. I want to do another show. And you can't force it. You can't force an idea. If there was a recipe for it, everyone would do it. It's got to be right. You got to feel it. And scouting Critch for a day of shooting on the island of Saint-Pierre in Saint-Pierre, Miquelon. Got off the Zodiac. Got my passport stamped by a passport agent off the side of a boat. Entered into a foreign country I hadn't been to for 20 years. And I was just mesmerized by this place, and I forgot about it. I didn't forget about it, but I forgot about it. It's like the cousin you weren't seeing anymore as a Newfoundlander. I didn't realize how special and unique a place it was. I had no idea how truly original it was. I forgot. And it hit me, and I became obsessed. And the idea for this show hit me that night. And then I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And that was like 2 years, barely 2 years ago. And we just wrapped first year of production. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
So how did I feel about the anticipation or what? It's just
been a long time coming.
It's just gratitude. But every day is like, we had the chance to go after this. We had a chance to do it. We had a chance to execute it. We had a chance, now we're delivering it. And it's, every step that we go through is even better than the first one, so I'm super grateful.
It's really fascinating because when you read this, I'm just an actor. Like, he's a producer, writer, he's everything. When you have the script, you have your own vision of the script. Then you're on set, you film, then you have another vision, and then there's the editing, and then there's another version of the thing. And we kind of knew what we were doing, but when we went to Saint-Pierre the second time, we saw the first episode for the first time, and it changed the whole dynamic because now we could really see what we were doing. I cried after watching the first episode because like, this is
a lot of hard work went into it.
Yeah, and so when we went back to set the next day, it was like more clear to us that this is our show. This is what we're doing, and to be here today and be able to promote the show so people can watch it and I hope love it. This is like another step, like step by step. The whole process of creating a show, it starts with an idea, which is nothing, but it's not palpable. You cannot touch it, and then suddenly we're here and we talk about something that exists. I love this process. I think it's very fascinating, and I'm really passionate about this.
Yeah. I mean, I personally didn't know much about Saint-Pierre before this show, so I was researching it, and their tourism slogan is actually "Enjoy." So, what was an aspect of this location that you were surprised to enjoy? I know they really worked hard on that slogan.
But think about the confidence in that.
It's "Enjoy," but with an exclamation point.
Think
Like,
about the,
enjoy,
yeah.
confidence in that. It's like we don't need to,
Nothing else.
I mean, this is kind of like, this is indicative of what it is to experience being there.
Mhm.
It's like if you don't like it, we don't care.
Get it.
Fine.
And Newfoundland has got that vibe too. Newfoundland is like, if you come to Newfoundland, Labrador, and you're like, well, I don't like it here, we're like, oh, okay,
You
well,
can go home.
that's fine. It's all right, I'm sorry. Like, what do
Yeah.
you want us to do? Change? Get out of here. And St. Pierre is like an even more condensed version of that, where it's like, that's a perfect slogan. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Or don't.
Or don't.
See you next time. Or not.
They are not sweating it. They know what they are.
Yeah.
They know who they are.
They know they have something special.
And it's like, they're not arrogant
They
about
don't even
it.
brag about it.
Yeah.
No?
It's funny we said that at the same time. They're not. They're like, it's gorgeous, and I imagine for them, it must be interesting. You know what the experiment we're doing, because our version of this place is fictionalized, right?
Mhm.
It's like obviously well, we're playing fictionalized versions of ourselves, and the place is very similar. We look the same, but we're slightly different, you know. So, but it's like, it's truly, you're in a place that knows what it is. So that slogan is like, enjoy
No.
or don't.
Yeah.
No. Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Now you
Oh.
have that piece of information for a possible season 2. But speaking of which, have you guys, I know you just finished filming and wrapping everything up, but what are your hopes for season 2 with these characters and obviously this place?
Well, you're the writer, so maybe you have.
No, you.
What would
Some
you like to see for
ideas.
your character?
I want to dig a little bit more into her dark side and her
Okay.
past, maybe. We find out some stuff. She's gonna go through tough times. Poor girl. I feel sorry for her, but she's so strong and she has a good partner. So she will be fine. I just want a season 2 to start with.
Fair enough.
I really don't care about anything else. You can write whatever you want. I'll be happy with it. I want to go back to Saint-Pierre. I want to go back to St. John's. These are my people. Like, I miss everyone so bad.
Mhm.
Because I feel empty. Like, we wrapped just a few weeks ago and I don't know what to do with my life. So I'm happy we're here doing promotion because I'm like, okay. So how many days until season
How many days
2?
until we're back?
No, honestly, yeah. I don't know. I guess we're gonna play with the real day, one day thing.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. See, I don't know. Like, you don't.
I don't know
Do you have
because
any ideas of what you want?
we do,
Yeah.
but the will they or won't they part of it, I feel like that's got to play organically or not, because it's like they are more than that almost.
Mm.
Those two characters have needed something their whole lives and didn't know it was each other, and I guess that's true love. But it's also like, is that dirtying it or complicating it? I think that's the struggle they're
Yeah.
probably going to have. That might take forever and never at all. Rubina and I have talked about it a number of times. It's like, will we? It's not cheapening it, but it's like, you and I every now and then. It's funny because we don't talk about what we're doing in the scene. I never dictate to
Okay.
dictate to an actor about how it's supposed to go or any of that nonsense. Like, you hire professionals, you write some, you see their interpretation of it, and you see where it goes. And if it's not right, I've got the director is going to figure out what the scene's supposed to be. I don't want to get involved in that when I'm working with someone.
I mean, coming from you, I would never be upset or offended because I
But
would never.
Yeah, you're also special that way, and you trust me, I think. But it's like, I don't want to be in a scene with you thinking that. Anyway, it's all that to say. Sometimes every now and then, Josie will just be like looking at me in a way, and I'll be like, in the scene, and I'll be like, oh, and then we don't play it or talk about it or anything, and then you're like, oh, and then later we see the cut, and I'll be like, holy shit, that's a great moment.
Actually, there's one in episode 1. The look Fitz gives to Arch. We're in the police station, and I receive a call, and I said, let's go meet our coroner. And I don't know what it is, but I noticed it when I did the ADR. I was like, what is this look? And you mentioned it later. So
Because I forgot I did it until I saw the cut.
And yeah, because he's looking at Arch like, who is this woman? He's a bit admirative, and also he doesn't know who she is.
Yeah.
And that kind of genuine moments that you were.
Didn't even know I did it.
Yeah, you just did it
Didn't
naturally.
plan it.
It worked
I
out,
didn't
though.
pick
Yeah.
the director's cut, the assembly and the director's cut. It just made it into the director's cut before I got the cut, and I was like, oh, we get to keep that moment. It's just a genuine moment of,
Yeah.
who are you?
You know, like puppies when they don't understand what you're
Yeah,
talking about,
or they're
It's like,
listening, yeah.
And I didn't plan and so those moments come up. So it's like a chemistry between them that is like every now and then you do something and then I'm like, oh yeah, or I'll do something and you'll be like, oh yeah, and then usually they get interrupted by something
Mm-hmm.
murdery. You know?
Yeah.
But I guess I think when you have a duo like this, like the audience kind of expect that this to happen, but you don't want to give it to them too soon because otherwise, then what else? You want to keep on going and make them hope that it might happen, or no, you want to play with it as long as possible.
And see if it's right.
Yeah, and if it's not, it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because those shows like, fuck it, we're in season 8, we got to get them married so we can get out of the show.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to do that either. Like it
Yeah.
should. I feel like the story will reveal itself. It's a great
Mhm.
line that a writer, John Krasank, once said to me. No matter what you do to it, the story will reveal itself, and I feel like that's the way it'll go. And Rubina and I are on the same page about that, and you and I are on the same page about that. So it's cool.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on everything again, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Hopefully we'll
yours.
be back for season 2.
Yeah,
Well,
and 3 and
yeah.
4 and 51.
And keep going, keep going.